What's up, everybody? How's it going? Master Maz here from Be Me. This is your beginning of the week, Sunday. Happy gut, happy brain. It's time to get a little happy, but not in the way you're used to, maybe via the body. Yes, the brain is something that we can definitely influence by how we feel in the body, because the body is the brain. Hi, Miss Vina. How's it going? So welcome, one and all. Thank you so much for joining on the Tube, on the Zoom. Just remember that you can register, and I can see who it is that is attending on the Zoom because your name comes up, and I can also read your comments, which are in private, of course. On the Tube, I don't see who you are unless you comment, so a little different, but it's always good that we have that higher res video on the Tube, so you can watch it later on at any time. In case you like this session, you can go ahead and repeat it at your own leisure, any time of the day, and share it with anyone you like. That's the beauty of it. Something that's worth sharing. That's what we like to make here. All right, made with love. All right, guys, let's get started. Happy gut, happy brain. So I want to break down a couple things that maybe some of us may already know, but also for those who do know a few things to think about again when it comes to the gut. So in modern day times, gut's coming a pretty big mainstream topic when it comes to holistic or wellness in terms of self, let's say, management in the holistic health sense. So when someone says, how's your health? You're not just thinking physically, but you're also thinking emotionally as well as mentally. That's the whole real question of what health is. And we want to be able to address it in the full sense, just like how we ask and sometimes test people, how do you check the condition of your brain? And it is check your body, being the simplest and easiest answer. Meaning, the bigger, let's call it, theme here is if you've got some tension down here, it's probably reflecting something of a tension up here. And we're being very blunt and kind of crude with our terminology, but in the bigger sense, yes, something is happening here that's affecting how we feel down here. So key word is feel. A lot of times we're unaware to the things that are inside us or just not tuned into the feeling. So sensitizing, back to that same brain education terminology in the beginning, how we draw more senses into our body, basically connect or enhance the connection in order to feel more, that's number one. And that's why a lot of what we do is very physical in the beginning, about palpation, stimulation, touch. One, because it feels good. Two, because you are drawing more help to your brain and being able to connect to your body. So that's why a lot of the times we guide your attention and focus during the physical activity. That's why we call it a conscious movement. It's not just movement. It's not just an exercise. You need to feel conscious about everything you're doing and becoming more aware. And just like in any other practice, not just brain education and Be Me here alone, when it comes to Tantra, Pranic, you name it, the goal is mostly in becoming more aware in every part of your being, right? So whether it's the physical being, your spiritual being, your emotional being, your mental being, becoming more aware is the number one step to acceptance, forgiveness, and then concurrently change. That's ultimately why we're here. We have this hope or belief that things are constantly changing and that we want to ride this wave of change, maybe even get ahead of it so we can kind of supersede things. And we have to kind of condition ourselves to liking change because it's inevitable, right? But we have to also admit to ourselves that us as human beings, we hate change. We do. You may think that, oh, I love change, but do you change your job every day you come into work? Like every day is a new change. And do you actually go through the task and tassel that, oh my God, I just switched the letters for different words. The task and hassle of applying every day for a new job. Do you change beds every day? Do you change rooms every day? Do you change the way you sleep every day? Maybe even the way you shower, the time of day in which you shower. And then you start to notice with all those things stacked up, most of them we avoid changing. So a lot of the times we actually don't like change at all, but change is going to happen. We like change in the bigger sense, like a new era, a new chapter, but that's the curse and blessing of being human. We're blessed with this neocortex of being able to think, plan, mitigate, and premeditate a lot of our choices and our decisions, but unfortunately it also slows us down sometimes. When we get into our intuition, our wider intelligence that is not just intellect, but it's also emotional, it's also bodily in intelligence. We get to access something of a bigger and wider intuition that is holistic. And the better our health is, the more access, or let's say the more accurate it is, that the intuition is integrated to our being as a whole. So, to sum up, we need to feel, not think about our health, feel it. In order to sense it, move into forgiveness, move into acceptance, and then into change. How does that help our life, our daily life? Well, it helps us with change and becoming more conditioned and accepting of change, which we can use with a little, or which we can deal with a little bit of better intuition. How do we access that intuition? With a wider intelligence once we activate and really incorporate other parts of our being, emotional, physical, mental, together. Then we have access to that wider intelligence, which our intellect alone does not answer. A lot of times today, the theme that I keep revisiting is the answers are not in my head. I have no clue. I really don't know what the future will bring, but I'd like to try. And that's the attitude, right? That's the attitude which you should bring to every new expedition, new endeavor. Just that free, curious mind that's almost playful and childlike. And it's not diminishing or, let's call it, putting down your intelligence or intellect as discrediting it, or not valuing it. On the contrary, that intellect has its place. But to be honest, most change just kind of happens, with or without your involvement, with or without your intrusion. So it's best to kind of keep in discovery mode, right? So it's not that you don't act at all. In fact, you do need to act. And I like to think, and hear me out on this one, that a thought that's done still is a dead thought, and a thought that's done moving is a very live thought. So a lot of the times, our clearest and most honest, accurate ideas come once we get started, once we get rolling, once we kind of activate ourselves and take that first step. Yes, I digress. We went into a nice little philosophical argument or talk or conversation about life, but all of that is reflected here. I love this topic of really understanding that the body is an honest depiction of not only your brain, but your life. Not just the body, but how you approach your body, your relationship with it. So when you're doing this exercise, which we're about to do together, make our gut feel good, you may think of it as, oh, why isn't it getting any better? Or, oh, I love my gut, right? Two very different mindsets and approaches to the same thing. That means each one of us can really have a very different experience, even though we're physically doing the same thing. That's why we call it the conscious movement. Where's your conscious? How are you treating your body? How are you relating to it? Is this something that reflects an honest truth about your body, being, brain, and life? Or is this just something that you're kind of like given, granted? I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why it's like that. I just wish it could be better. Don't separate. This is very much a part of you. So let's take it on as a friend that you want to discover new things about. See, the way you discover life and that childhood curiosity, you can start practicing right now with your body. Discover more things as we move, live thinking, not dead thinking, as we move, and really figure out, not with judgment, but more with awe. Like, wow, look what I found. Pain, hurt, love, amazing. And just see it for what it is. Learn, become more familiar with your body. That's how you build that beautiful relationship with your body. So I'd love for you to see your body as not just a vessel and a carrier for everything that you want in life. Like, take me to my dream body. Take me to my work. Take me to my in-laws. It's not like that at all. Your body's very much an integral part of how and what you have, right? How you have it, like, you can be thinking this is a blessing. And what you have is, the different things that are involved in that. So change your relationship with your body, and I promise you, your mind and outlook towards your life will change. So today, let's move into core power exercises. We're going to combine meridian stretches along with core power exercises to really move the organs around, bring circulation to these places, and hopefully discover, right, the different ailments or maybe reliefs we can give ourselves just by a little action, right? Go ahead and try. I hope that you take the challenge. And then we're going to go into an acupressure relief and therapy method as we sit back down and move into a nice energetic awareness meditation. That's it. I've done talking. Well, I'm not done talking. We're done just talking. We're going to now talk and move at the same time. Okay, guys, thank you so much for your patience. Let's get started. Move the chairs out the way. Let's stand up and begin this session. Happy Gut, Happy Brain Sunday. Here we go. All right, this is oh, that's a really nice wide shot. Okay, this is a bit of a Korean in origin practice. Let's go ahead and begin together with the nice words, 반갑습니다. And that's how we start our session. You guys hearing music okay? Back there, good on the music? Thumbs up. Nope, no music? All right, let's get it up then. Oh, a little bit more? Yeah? Music's good? All right, give us just a second. We want to get into the nice mood. So as I was saying, this is a bit of a Korean practice, so what we want to do together is learn a couple words. 반갑습니다. So pan means Han, or other words coming from the word Han, which means like heaven. 갑습니다 is in short, you look like. So you look like heaven. 반갑습니다. That's how we say you look like heaven to each other. So it's kind of greeting each other from the same place. We all came from the same place. This is how we start, acknowledging that no matter how we are, who we are, where we came from, we've all got the same origin, and we can all change how we are right now, right? So go ahead, hands over your abdomen, and let's go ahead and greet each other. Here, to you and me, near, whatever your neighbors look like, you know, if you got your friends, your family around, and far, because we've got tons of people around watching this video. Let's go ahead. 반갑습니다. And to your neighbors near, 반갑습니다. And far, 반갑습니다. Beautiful. Let's get started. All right, first and foremost, we're going to start with something of a nice key, kind of like flagship exercise for warm-ups. Bend the knees, sit the hips, and we're going to do Danjan tapping. Danjan means second chakra, or otherwise Dantian if you're looking for Chinese, but Danjan is our Korean term. Find your navel, 4 fingers underneath, around the waist. Let's go ahead and tap right here. And that's just around the waistline, tapping. Go ahead for 2, 3, 4. And you notice I'm doing it in rhythm. Everything is moving in a nice rhythmic fashion. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As you notice, we have a little bit of a few more plants. If you guys are new to the channel, we're gonna have to sort that out. 2, 3, it's going a bit of a jungle. 4, 5, 6. Focus your mind right here on your lower Danjan area. 8, 9, 20. Let's do 20 more for 1, 2. Relax the joints that you're standing on, knees, ankles, and hips. 5, 6, 7. Keep your back nice and tall. You're just sitting your hips like you're sitting on a chair. Let's do 10 more. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. 7, 8, 9, 10. Nicely done. All right, so from here, we're going to try and expand, and hopefully with our feet a little bit wider, we're gonna sit a little bit lower too. So bending the knees, bending the hips, and that's how we actually can draw a little bit more circulation to that hip joint and relieve a bit of our lower back here. So again, same practice, Danjan tapping, lower abdomen, right there on the waist. And let's go ahead for 2, 3, 4. Most of my weight, by the way, is back here on the heels. It's not on the toes in the front. It's a little bit further back, so my hip is nice and bent. Keep going. 8, 9, 10. Good job. Let's do 30 more. 1. Breathe out. So venting, releasing, exhaling. 5, 6, 7. Any tension? Any heat? Good. Last 20. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good job. 7, 8, 9, 30. Last 10 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. Relax the legs and go ahead and tap around the abdomen, just the soft tissue, the organs, and we're gonna try and go clockwise. So up on the right, down on the left. So this is nice in terms of activating different acupressure points around the gut, but it's also good in bringing circulation to the different organs around the body. It's also a nice, easy way, quick way to connect the body and brain in terms of their senses. Exhaling out. No extra exertion of force. This is powerful, but not forceful. Hope you understand the difference. We can talk about that more. All right, good. Sweep round, feel that out. Nice and gentle, comfortable with the body, whatever you find, pain, stimulation, a little sensitive, tenderness, whatever it is, acceptingly, it's okay. I know I got you. I got you. You say that to your body, I got you. All right, now over here, feet a little bit wider than shoulder width. We're gonna go into our core power exercise, or otherwise some of you may know as intestinal exercise. So core power is a little sexier, so we're gonna stick with core power. Bend the knees, sit the hips, and then right here, hands on the navel and, well, thumbs around the navel, and then the rest of the hands kind of lower down on the abdomen. We're gonna pull in using the abdominal power and push out using the abdominal power, not the hands. So the hands are just placed for focus. All right, so pull in and push out, just like that. Here, you are utilizing your own strength to pull in and close in on the abdomen, and then push out. Remember to drop the shoulders, don't make them kind of high, right? So relax the shoulders down and keep your focus on the lower abdomen. Mind is right here. Whenever you feel any tensions, even in the low back, this entire region is gonna feel like it's being activated. Try and breathe out right away. So there you have control of movement, control of mind. Where's your mind? And control of breath. So you're exhaling as soon as you feel it, or as soon as you think it, or notice anything change in the body. You're kind of keeping it moving and keeping it circulating. So we're discovering, what do we have here? What does it feel like? What is down there? What does that feel like? How is that affecting our emotion? How is that affecting the way we feel it? All right, keep that going. Let's do 20 to the count on this one. For 1, 2. Now remember, this is a exercise, not a breathing exercise, so you can connect the breath, but you don't have to. Just breathe naturally and move in and out, just like that. 7, 8, 9, 10. This is going to be our staple for the rest of the training today, but we're going to do it in different positions. Let's do 10 more. 3, 4. Good job. 5, 6, nice gentle face, subtle smile. Tell your brain you're doing okay. 7, 8, 9, beautiful. 10, nicely done. All right, sweep round. So remember it, all it is, just to reiterate, what I'm doing is I'm bending the knees slightly, sitting the hips as though I'm sitting on a chair or a high stool behind me, and I'm also pulling in the abdomen, just like that, and then pushing out, just like that, in and out. But my hands are placed there, so my mind is focused on my abdominal area here. This is where our center, our dungeon, and also our intestines are kind of focused with a lot of circulation. So really important. Now, we're going to manipulate the shape of our organs. That's not a bad thing, because they're usually out of place. Your organs never look like they do in the textbooks, by the way. If you open up a biological textbook and you see where your kidneys are, your liver is, and all that kind of stuff, it's actually mostly oblique and out of shape, really. A lot of people don't have their organs in exactly the right place. So, moving it around a little bit, bringing back circulation, reducing the inflammations, tensions around those areas actually help position them in a comfortable way. So let's go ahead and do that. In fact, most exercise is just that. Whenever you run, you're pushing your stomach and then your liver, alternatively, as well as your intestines. So all of it is actually moving the organs, meaning movement and moving of the organs is good. All right, so let's go ahead from here. Lean to one side. Now we're going to actually accentuate the stretch a little bit in time. We're going to progress onto it. So first, hands over the core right here. We're going to turn into the bent knee. If you've got more flexibility in you, by all means, get a little bit lower and turn into it, and then lean forward. So right here, we're already feeling the push-up on one side of our gut, and then the extension on the other side. So there we go. Let's go ahead. We're going to go for 25, 2, 3, bending one leg, straightening the other, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you can feel some tension in the low back. That's fine, because that's actually your low back receiving the effects of you pulling and pushing the intestines. We're about 10 now. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out continuously. 8, 9, 20. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. So, where you felt it, even if it was your knees, go ahead and rub that area, right? So wherever it is you felt it, you want to be comfortable, familiar with your body. And if you felt it here, like, oh, I'm pushing up so much in my stomach, be kind to your stomach. Kind of give it a nice, gentle rub. Palpation, sensation, touch, by the way, it's not just for others, it's also for yourself. It gives your brain a nice, comforting feeling. It actually releases a bit of serotonin, even when you stretch that area out. That's a good feeling, by the way. Go ahead and bend the other side. Let's switch it over. Leaning into it, if you got a little more stretch, you can even extend the legs, get a little bit further apart. That's okay, wherever you feel you got good progress, but you need to feel like part of your abdomen or gut is being pushed up. So turn into it and lean in. There, you feel like it's being pressed up onto it. There, and right here, back into that same position. One angle is flushed. Let's begin. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Beautiful. 8, 9, 10, and then another 5, 3, 4, 5. You're doing great. 5. Remember, telling your brain with a smile that you're doing just fine. 7, 8, 9, 10. Excuse my counting if I'm not accurate, but the more the better, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sweet, 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 sweet. Where did you feel it? Is it in your knees? Go ahead, rub. Be comfortable, be kind to your body. You know, it's already doing so much and exerting so hard. Why would you want to do that to your body and leave it just kind of neglecting it, right? No, build a connection. Don't resent your body. Right there. Regardless of the condition, because this is the body you have right now. Whatever the condition it is in, just accept it. That's gonna change inevitably. It's not gonna stay the same forever. Truth, really. Okay, no matter what you believe. I don't know how to convince you besides telling you it's gonna happen. All right, so now from here, we're gonna turn over to one side and we're actually going to face the side entirely. We're gonna lift up the heel on the back leg. Try and straighten that back leg so it's not a bent knee, it's not a lunge. Back there is straight, so you do lift the heel slightly off the floor. And the balls of your feet are touching. Now here, you wanna bend forward. Of course, if you're super flexible, by all means, get a little bit lower or stay up here, don't matter. At this point now, we're gonna lift up. So we're pulling up the spine, pulling up the lungs, making some more room here in our torso. And then here, you feel like everything's being pulled and stretched out. That's when we pull and push. So it's stretching this way and this way, okay? So my hands are not there because they're pulling my spine up. And I'm pulling in and out. So as you can see, my abdomen is moving in and out, like so. Good. I'm about 5. Now we're gonna do 25. Oof. If you guys feel it in your low back, your waist, that's good stuff because your muscles are probably tense and strained around there. I got 15 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Okay, where did we feel it? Back here? By all means, please rub your kidneys, rub your low back. Give that body a nice little heat. Sometimes our hands carry some warmth with us, so that's actually kind of good. Give your body a little warmth, a little heat, a little love and care. And then from here, if you guys felt it in your hip, go ahead and rub your hip, or you can tap your hip slightly. That's also another way in which we can bring circulation to it. Relieve it through acupressure, tapping. Okay, over to the other side. Same thing, opposite leg. So you don't have to switch sides like I do, just change your legs. Here, back leg is lifted off the heel and straight. And then front leg is bent. We're gonna lift up the spine just here. And we're going to pull and push with our abdomen. So you can see my abdomen is already working. 3, 4, 5. And even if you can't move it as much, you know, an inch or two, or even just a centimeter, even half a centimeter, just the effort is what counts. You're gonna get better at this every time. And your gut's gonna love it. All that palpation, all that sensation, it's like you're giving yourself an abdominal massage, and you're doing it yourself. Let's do another 15. 2, 3, 4. Yes, of course, breathe out and hold that breath. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. You're beautiful. Amazing. Keep telling yourself whatever it is you truly want to hear but are embarrassed to say. You need to get rid of that embarrassment, rid of that shame. If you truly want to feel like you're beautiful, just start saying it, because you probably are. Really. I mean, don't get shy about it. It's about the ego. So even if you beat yourself up, that's still an ego thing, by the way. It's nothing like self-righteous about it. If you can just get over yourself and call yourself beautiful, much like you call anything else beautiful, then you're fine. Beautiful. Or tap. Or tap. Wherever it is you felt it. Good. All right. Let's get into some more exercises now. I want you to try and remember this is progression. So whatever you feel comfortable with, go ahead and do that, but give yourself a little challenge. Ready for the next one? Go ahead. Okay, so from here, we're gonna open up wide with our feet. We're gonna bend our knees and sit our hips back a little bit. Now, for some, up here is fine. And for others, you can be down here. And this is a really big hip opener. But for some, just here is fine. What I'm looking for is my abdomen to kind of fall down with gravity. So you see the angle of my hip is about 45 degrees. And over here, it's even sharper. It's about 70, if not 80 degrees, right? So whatever it is you feel, you want to feel like it's drawing down, right? Here is good. Bending the hips, so already it's kind of a bit of a squeeze and it's dropping. Here's even more intense, right? So I'm gonna be up here for the first 10. I'm gonna switch to the 15 in the second half. So I'm pulling and pushing. So just to kind of show you from the camera, 1, 2, just like that. 3, 4, 5, good. I'm gonna return my hand just like that so I can hold it. 7, 8, good. And you can feel how the back is really changing right there, just by how I move it. 9, 10. I'm gonna go down to my elbows now, a little bit lower for 1, 2, 3. So this is a nice hip opener. But trust me, when you bring circulation to your lower abdomen, you also bring it to your low back, and that'll help open up the hip naturally too. All right, we got on 8, I think, 9, 10, 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whew. All right, let's do it on the other side. I'm kidding. It's a symmetric movement. You don't need the other side. But just good, like you want more, right? All right, so here we go. We're actually going to come back to the same position, and we're gonna twist our bodies a little bit, contort ourselves, so we allow one side to fall a little bit lower than the other. Bear with me. Yes, some of this may be challenging, really nice for the spine. At the beginning, it may not be comfortable, but that twist is a really hidden but beautiful relief of your musculoskeletal system, meaning your spine's getting this done to it, and when you release, you're gonna feel, oh, so much better. Okay? If you feel better, say the words, I shonada. It means feels so good. I shonada. All right? Let's go ahead and do that now. So, back to the same rules. Up here is fine. Down here is great. Whatever it is you can do, do. All right? From here, I want you just to turn your body to one side so you can feel that twist at the back. If you want to accentuate that further, push that arm straight. So from here, you want to turn the body. My cameraman's looking at me like, oh. I'm going to make him do it soon. All right, so go ahead and turn and look to one side. You can bend the elbow, that's okay, so long as you feel that twist in your body. So your gut's kind of falling this way and feeling a stretch. Let's go ahead and do it here just 15 times. 1, 2, so just to show you, 3, 4, there it is. 5, so things are moving. May not be as obvious, but they are. 9, 10, let's do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Do you feel that? That twist of the low back right there? Go ahead and tap. That's the area around your kidneys, as well as your waist meridians. A lot of these things, if they're blocked energetically in their circulation, can cause lower back pain. But because you're pushing and pulling the intestines, the fascia, the skin underneath the skin is being stretched. So your back is going to feel relieved even just standing upright. It's not going to be as tight as it was before because the skin that's latching onto the muscles is also relieving, right? So that's the key. It's a stretch and then another fascial stretch in the other direction. So if you've ever been to a myofascial treatment, this is it in an active way, okay? Try again over here. Whoop. And then move to the other side. Now, if you're down here, all you got to do is just kind of turn this way. So that's what I'm going to do on this one. Otherwise, up here, twist or extend the arm to insinuate. Or down here, just twist the body and turn to face completely left. And then there's your abdomen moving. 2, 3, 4. Don't hold the breath. 5, 6. It's getting hot in here. 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more, guys. 5, 4. Woo. 3, 2, 1. Whoa. That was the feeling of my low back. So I want to like kind of rub that or just tap that, right? So if you got members, friends around you, have them help you. Tap. Ta, 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 ta. That's okay. Share some love. Hi, Shonada. Great job. Okay. So again, actually, if you feel some stretching in the inner thighs, tap those too. Beautiful. Nice, quick relief. Especially if you do martial arts, ballet, or any kind of dance, usually when you stretch or open up a lot, tapping is a really quick way to relief. A lot of athletes ask me, how can I get rid of this knot in my body? And all they're using are stretches. There are so many ways to relieve the body. Shaking, tapping, squeezing a lot, and then releasing. A lot of ways in which you can release and comfort the body. Okay, we got a couple more, and then we're gonna go into our nice palpation, and that's it. Are you ready? Let's go ahead and try this. So first, this is gonna be interesting. I want to open up the conception vessel meridian. This is the passage from your heart down to your abdomen, right? And so first, I'm actually going to try this for a second. With your hands behind you, pull back, right? So I'm pulling the shoulders back and together. You can see how everything's kind of squeezing at the back, right? So your chest is being spread open. And then when we're in that position, pull back. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect, right? So some of us may be like over here. That's fine. But I just want the chest to feel like it's expanding. And you can also lean back a little bit just to kind of pull your head back so you can feel more over here. Don't hurt your low back on this one, okay? But expand this torso from here, and then let's start moving. Even if it's just a little bit, that's still enough, all right? Try now. As we pull back, there we go. And then from here, let's try pulling. For 1, 2, 3, good job. 4, that's it. 5, nice job. 6, 7, it's slight, but it's enough. 9, 10, 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow. So you can feel that it was actually quite difficult, regardless of your level or how easy your gut feels. You may have felt it all the way down to your waist. So go ahead and let's tap just this area here. Tap the acupressure points, and that's how we draw more energy and circulation into our danjan, our lower and second chakra, as well as our root chakra. Okay, sweep around, make that feel good. All right, ready? This is our last one on either side. We're just gonna do 10 on either side, very quick. So, feet a bit wider apart. Let's go ahead, come onto one side, lean this way, hands over one side of the body, just here, either your liver or your stomach. Liver is on the left, liver's on the right, and stomach's on the left. Here, hands flexed. Now, let's go ahead and pull and push. Ooh, even more difficult. 3, 4, that's it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait. Whew. If you're feeling warmth, perfect. circulation is being drawn into your abdomen. Obviously, that circulation brings warmth. So don't be, let's say, alarmed. It's natural. Here, lean over to one side, and again, we're gonna do just as we did. 1, see that right here. Focus, pulling in, pushing out. 3, good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Just this, you're starting to feel all kinds of things. So I want you to kind of be generously kind with your body. Now, just that level of exposure tells us all the different things we found. How many different things did you find? Where were the strains? Where were the ailments? Low back, kidneys, where did you feel them? Up here, down in the center. So this is kind of like a great sensitization exercise to help us recognize what our condition is and how we can begin to change it. Just focus on these areas, either in the next breathing exercise or palpation therapy. So let's go ahead and do that together, okay? Boom. Have a seat, and let's get things going. Ready yourself. In this next one, we're just going to do intestinal breathing. So usually in gut, we like to mix it up in terms of how many different ways in which you can relieve your gut. Sometimes we do a stimulation, like so, and that's considered a belly button healing therapy. And we actually have the tool, the belly button healing tool. You may have seen it in some of our posts, which is a yellow stick, nice T-shaped, so you have different size ends to apply different pressures around different parts of the gut. Sometimes we like to use our hands, but I like the tool as a more accurate method. And then sometimes we actually just focus on general abdominal breathing, which is really good because breathing can help move our senses into the parasympathetic nervous system and then have us move into a homeostatic, relieve, and relaxing state. That actually helps relieve a lot of our pains too, once our brain is aware of them, because what did you just do? Feel them out through movement, conscious movement. Beautiful. Great job, you. Okay, so let's go ahead here, first of all. Hands over your lower abdomen. This is going to be super simple. Just as how you did the core power exercise, you're going to start doing the same thing, only match it with breath. So you want to use your visualization and sensation together. If you can visualize or just feel. So move into your body with your breath and your mind. As you inhale, expand, feel like a balloon is filling up your body, and then exhale, deflate. That's it. In the beginning, you can be fast, but then move into a regulated rhythm, one that you can feel comfortable with. Don't try and control your breath too hard. You want your breath to kind of settle. So at the beginning, if you feel like that's fine, but eventually your breath and your mind's going to catch up to each other, and that's when you can begin to slow it down. So inhale, feel the stomach, the body, even the whole body kind of inflate and deflate. All the while feeling and sensing the different parts of your body that are in pain, in tension, require a little relief, require a little comfort. So as you breathe, it's almost like your inhale, yes, it's filling up your whole body, but it's also bringing attention, energy, circulation, healing to the different parts in your body. And your exhale takes out the unnecessary. Inhale in and exhale out. Remember that this healing breathing is as much for your body as it is for your brain. When you inhale, you also inhale what good, what news, what information your brain would like to have. What grateful piece of knowledge you can acknowledge. And exhale all the things that you dwell on that aren't really always there. They're just kind of what you like to focus on. All the bad is not always bad. It's just sometimes bad, and it's just bad sometimes. Like it's not always present unless you bring your mind to them. So bring them out of your mind. That easy. Inhale. And exhale. So your body represents that exchange as well. You can even feel it getting lighter, a little bit more free, maybe brighter, more open, more relaxed. As you expand, everything fills up, all the cavities, all the dark areas fill up with light if your breath was light. All the areas where you felt first a little distress are now slowly relieving just by your focus here. This touches everything. All the organs, your lungs, your back. And then, as I said, you get into a nice regulated rhythm. Rhythm is everything to healing in the brain. That brain stem at the back right there, at the base of your brain, it's responsible for all the autonomous function. Meaning even when you heal yourself from injury, from trauma, from memory, you're doing that without your knowing, without your awareness. But it functions from a place of rhythm. So moving into that gentle flow, not forced, almost natural, allows your brain to rest into that lower tier of the brain where everything is rhythmic. Your brain waves slow down from a thinking to a feeling state, accessing all those rich alpha waves to accomplish what we call an open focus. You're relaxed, but you're very, very much aware. That's where our condition, our optimal condition, is at. So you don't have to move your hands the way I do, because that's just the composer for my breath, right? It's like a way in which I can regulate my breath like that, with just moving the hand. Now, we're actually going to move our hands energetically. But first, for some of us, Qigong, this next portion, energy meditation, is new. But what it is you are beginning to access a sense that is actually freely available to your brain in being able to sense your own bioelectric matter, your own bioelectric field. But in order to do that, you need to lower your brain waves and really touch that sixth sense, if you want to call it, that lies beyond your thinking, beyond your just pure raw emotion. So that's how we draw our brain waves down, by sensitizing something in here. So let's go ahead, rub our hands first. Make our palms super warm. And this is a super nice meditation and energetic awareness exercise that you can do with your kids or anyone at home. And we're actually going to try and see if we can transfer the feeling to different parts of our body. Feel different areas in our bioelectric matter. Keep rubbing, nice and easy, no force, no rush. Just keep that body moving, relaxing the arms, keeping the arms nice and warm. Hands, really nice friction there, almost like you're trying to build static. Good. Even if it is static, it's going to help you feel something. All right. Right there. Notice how my elbows are slightly spaced from my body. My upper body and spine is straight, nice and tall. From here, bring your attention just to your hands. You can close your eyes and follow my guidance. As you begin to focus on the middle of your palms, you may notice a heat, a tingling, a static of sorts, maybe even electricity, or just like a buzzing or pulsing sensation, even if it's very subtle. Try and see how it changes, enhances, or reduces when you start moving your hands in and out. But do it slowly and softly, no rush, without touching your hands together. pure feeling from a distance. You can even feel someone else like this if their hand was in front of yours, with enough sensitization, with enough relaxed focus. See if you could maybe visualize, imagine a color, a shape forming between your hands, like the space is alive, like you found almost a portal to a new dimension, something you don't frequent often, and it's right in front of you. As you move in and out, relax the fingers, relax the joints, relax the wrists, so you're just almost floating in air. Keep it slow and enhance the sensation with relaxation. So relax your joints, relax your fingers, relax your palms, even relax your mind. Don't be so stressed about finding it. This is a relaxed focus. You're aware, but you're comfortable. This is powerful because it doesn't feel forced. You're not fearful of getting it wrong. You're not worried that you don't get it. You're not really bothered if your body may not be working for you. A lot of times we feel like that, but that's okay. That's just his current condition. It can quickly change, and I'm pretty sure with enough focus, you can build a really good sense. Now, if you felt something, wonderful. Let's move that feeling to the body, and if not, just keep at it. Try and imagine first, and then from imagination, draw a creative mind as to what this could be, like a galaxy, a sphere, a dream, or your universe. Even not feeling is still a feeling. But just moving like this in a nice rhythm can help develop a meditative state. Slowly, for those who are feeling, turn your hands inwards. And even for those who are not, you never know. You might begin to feel something. Follow with if you want to. Lower abdomen. And first try and feel this out so you can kind of move in circles. You might feel like a dense medium right in front of your hands. Try and kind of flux in and out, ebbing and flowing. And you may feel a little different than when your hands were facing each other. We are now performing Qigong with our lower abdomen, with our Danjian, with our body. This is an acknowledgement of our body and understanding that it also has life in it. Life is not separate from your body. In fact, no energy, no life. So that's what you're feeling. So really acknowledge the miracle that's always walking with you everywhere. The fact that this body has that much of a field, that strong a sensation. And send it some messages, even if you're just moving for the sake of moving meditatively. What does each ebb and flow mean? Perhaps an expansion, and then a contraction. Perhaps letting go of old and welcoming in new. Perhaps it's healing in terms of comforting something inside of you, something that's ailing you, hurting you, something that needs to be released. Try and see if you can bring that same sense slowly but surely to your heart and your chest. You can go a little bit closer on this one. And make friends with your old buddy, your heart. You can match it with your lungs breathing. They work together, you know. Or you can just move independent of your breath. Sometimes that's the feeling. You know, it's a little quicker, or maybe even slower, more subtle. Whatever it is, follow that feeling. See if it feels different. Like, is it lighter? Is it more subtle? Maybe that's the difference. Your heart is simple and soft, gentle. maybe that's really its message to you. The way it feels is what it's trying to tell you. What it's always trying to tell you. Be easy, my heart. Be simple. Be soft. Be gentle. And love daringly. Even if this thing feels fragile. Don't try and overprotect it. It's probably the most resilient thing in your body. It's always beating. It's always pumping. And for you. It may hurt, but it doesn't stop. That's the beauty of the heart. Isn't that in itself a beautiful message for you in your life? Even if it hurts, keep going. You've got a whole life ahead of you. And let's come up to this beautiful brain right here and really come in with that power. Color your brain bright, golden, like your hands just shone a light. Even the brightest of objects, the brightest of colors cannot be seen unless you shed a light on them. So imagine your hands were shedding a light on your brain. You only feel it's golden when you see it's golden. Shine a light over all the places you feel are darker, heavier, stuck. You'll lighten up, literally. Imagine like your hands were healing hands, combing through your brain, visualizing everything, getting lighter, brighter, freer. Now, your whole being together. What would you like to say to this body? Showering down. Would you like more love? Self? Or from someone else? Go ahead. Shower yourself with that feeling. Imagine like these hands held love inside them. What would love feel like? Is it warm? Is it gentle? Well, they kind of feel like that right now, don't they? Soft, relaxed, caring. Isn't that what we're doing here? Caring. Because you care about your health. This is an act of love. This is a service to yourself. This is your love language. You can practice service. Do yourself a service. Feed yourself some love. This right here should feel like it's roaming and showering through your whole body. Like your whole body's tingling with this golden shower pouring out with love. It's not that far from you. It's just a state. Everything about it. Everything you're feeling. You're not that far from it. It's just around the corner beyond the limitations of your thought. If you ever thought you weren't worthy of it, think again. If you ever thought you'd never felt it, think again. What do you think this is? Don't you know? This is exactly what it is. When all we wanted was just the presence of someone else, be present for yourself. When all we wanted was the security, the safety that someone else can offer, make yourself feel super comfortable. Trust in yourself and what you're doing. Why would you ever doubt it? Isn't that what we'd like to do with someone we love? Entrust in someone. Entrust ourselves with someone. Build and trusting a relationship? Why don't you start with you? Do you truly trust yourself to be bold? To really go out with your dreams? To live boldly? Live a life you want to live? Do you trust every choice you make? Why would you doubt it? Make a mistake. Trust isn't about failing or not failing. Trust is giving it your all anyway, regardless of what way it goes. Complete and utter faith. This is an ultimate expression of love. Having faith in someone. Believing in someone so full-heartedly that they become that very thing you believe in them to be. Isn't it right? When we look at our kids and we see a president, when we see a charismatic individual, when we see a bold and beautiful, creative, beautiful person, that belief we have in them has them believe in themselves. Give yourself a little bit of that belief. That everything you're pouring yourself with, whether it's a message, whether it's a belief you have in yourself, express it through these warm hands. Believe in this message for you to be exactly everything you want. Everything you want. If you fell victim wishing that someone believed in you, that someone supported you, how about you give yourself some support? How about you give yourself some belief? Someone does believe in you, by the way. You wouldn't exist if they didn't. The very fact that you had a chance in a life like this, that you were even born, means you have a chance in living out that very belief. Take it. Take it now. Live a life of love. Live a life true and full. Live a life so bold you'd leave everyone in awe. You're not considerate of your limitation because you ultimately know there is none. You keep breaking them. Keep believing in you. Live a life so brilliant, so big, you make yourself awe and surprise. You really gotta live a life like that, where you can even surprise your own damn self. And then fall flat, smiling at yourself. Wasn't that good? Aren't you satisfied that you lived a life full of love, full of gratitude, full of joy? Really immerse yourself in this, because you're not going to get a chance to often do this. It's not like you can get into work and then shower yourself with that heavenly love. This is your time, and this is what you take with you forever. This moment right here. Slowly relax your hands on your knees and take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Rub your hands together. Make them nice and warm. Rub, 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 rub. And then go ahead and cover your beautiful eyes. Roll your eyes right. Roll your eyes left. Up and down. And then sweep, 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 sweep. And over the head, neck, shoulders, chest, all the way down. Beautiful job, everybody. You gotta feel something after something like that. Just if you have a slightest interest in your health, in yourself, I hope that some of it clicked. I hope that some of it really felt and came to a resonance with your own being, with your own heart. Then you've achieved that integration. Don't you feel great right now? I know we started off with the gut, but look how great we can feel and make ourselves feel in such a short time. That's all it takes. And that's with you for quite some time. I hope forever. This is your experience now. All I did was share mine with you. And now that you felt it, it's yours. That's how we can share enlightenment with everyone. It's not real if it cannot be shared. Simple. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. This is your Sunday session. I hope you guys enjoyed it for Happy Gut, Happy Brain. Master Maz here from Be Me. Lovely being with you today, and I hope every week as well. See you on Tuesday for the Insta Live as well as Facebook Live. I hope that you guys can make it, and there's a lot of workshops happening for those locally, domestically, and look out, guys, we're going international. We might be visiting your country or city pretty soon. Ask us, tell us if you want us there too. We're going to be in Switzerland, we're going to be in Saudi, we're going to be in Palestine. I'm not boasting, but I love being able to share this thing. I really do. And I want you to be just as excited about doing it as well as sharing it. All right, guys, for you, for me, for everyone, Hong Ik, that's that spirit we're spreading for love, peace, benefit for all. See you next time. Master Maz here from Be Me, out.